I don't know if you heard, but the Buffs have a new head coach.
Yeah, I heard about him.
Yeah, Deion Sanders, I think is his name. Boy, oh boy, no easing into things for Coach Prime. His official debut as Colorado's head coach will kick off September 2nd at TCU. Sonny Dykes and the Horned Frogs coming off a storybook season, ending with a trip to the national championship, of course. So they come out of the gates with the big-time game, and then in week 2, not sure could there be more hype for Deion Sanders' home debut at Folsom? Nebraska, former Big 12 rival, coming to town. Just checked tickets this morning, Yogs. Nosebleeds starting at about $300 a pop. The Buffs have won their last 2 games against the Huskers. Rick George does not want to see any red in that stadium September 9th, people.
Yeah, I got a feeling you'll be there. I think you bring them good luck. You were there last time for that amazing game. Their first stretch of games, as you referenced, first 5 weeks is must-see television, right? They got the rivalry against Colorado State, at Oregon in Autzen, then USC comes to town. We know how many Southern California students or simply in the area of Boulder and on that campus. So it'll be rocking. And they're going to have to get to that point where they can just get to their bye and take a breath, because it is a tough stretch. And then down the back end, if they can do what they need to do. I mean, you go watch anything from Coach Prime, and he talks about, hey, we coming, and we're coming to win. I mean, that was the first team meeting, whether you heard from their offensive coordinator, Sean Lewis, or other players. I mean, the whole team was standing up saying, we came here to win. Well, they're going to have to win early, to your point. That schedule is set up. And if they do, they've already captured the nation. They're going to capture it dramatically. Can you imagine a win at TCU? Nebraska at home, Colorado State at home, at Oregon. I mean, it is set up for all of the drama that we are here for in college football. And it's going to be fun because we don't really know this team.
Yeah.
And in the era we're in tonight, by the way, at 11:59, wherever you reside in your time zone, that is when the portal closes officially. Now, it opens up again in May, but at least we can kind of exhale and really get to know this roster heading into spring football.
And it feels like you look at if this was any other year and any other team coming back off a 1-win season, total rebuild, you look at that schedule, but I feel like primetime sees it as an opportunity.
Oh, yeah, and their whole team does. I mean, I think that's the fun swagger that he brings. And you look at the staff and you get out of like just the headlines. The staff is loaded with such I mean, they took a head coach from Kent State to be his offensive coordinator. They brought in the defensive coordinator from Alabama. I mean, one of their analysts was just a head coach in the NFL. I mean, it is loaded. And the players, every day, you just keep tracking it. They keep getting better and better, adding to this roster. And they're going to need it come game time. And I think also for Colorado fans, they probably think they're going to run the table and win every game. It still takes time to instill and connect a program and a culture. So I can't wait till we get there in spring, check it out, see what this is about, hopefully back in training camp, because there's stages to building a program. Coach Prime knows about that. He did that at his previous school, and looking forward to watching how they do it in Boulder.
So just one quick thought to put a bow on this. What is the realistic expectation for the Buffs in year 1 under Deion?
Well, it's such a different world. I mean, what would we have said about USC at 4-8? 2 years ago? Or would you have said, yeah, they're going to go to the title game and be on the doorstep of the CFP? Like, I think you have to talk about it differently. I still believe it takes about 18 months to instill a culture. Now, the good thing for Coach Prime, he's bringing players from the previous culture that can help with that. And guys will have to buy in. We saw it at USC. We saw it at UW. Immediate buy-in. You go 4-8 into, incredible finishes for both of those teams, at least in terms of a ranking standpoint, where they were 2 years ago. I'd love to see them get back to a bowl game. I'd love to see them survive and get a couple wins early on in this season. But again, we are totally flying blind here because we don't know what this is going to look like. We know the style of offense and defense based on what the previous coordinators have done. We don't know what these players look like. And I can't, again, there's such intrigue in this league, and Colorado's at the top of that list.